Lydia? Well, this week's devotion came back up again. It says Judy Hurst, and I'm already in my screen, and I don't understand why this is happening. I don't know what to do. I already went to having the screen black, and I was going to get you to come show me how to. There. I don't know how you did that.
Well, because you had the privacy shutter on.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you show me what buttons to push and let me push them to change my name from Lydia to Carolyn?
Well, you have to stop sharing.
Oh.
You go down here, you go down here to participants, then you go up here to more and rename. And then
let me do this, then I could fix it.
Okay, fine, do it on your own then.
Well, this is how I learn. Okay, from participant, then I come up here and I do what? Click on it?
More.
Do I go to rename? Is that where I go?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, so.
Okay, good job. And then you just have to close it out.
Okay, and then I go back to screen share to get my devotional up. Where's my arrow? Click. Then share. Okay, I think I'm ready to start class. Good evening, Marty. Good morning. Good evening, Amalia. I almost
Good
said
evening.
good morning.
Good
Marty's
evening.
trying to join also. Lydia, why are the pictures of everybody that's joining showing up in the same corner? Is it something I have done wrong? I see. Okay, Amalia, I know that you're with us, even though I can't see your face right this minute, but can you see the screen share?
Yes.
It says Jesus accused before the Sanhedrin. Okay. Marty read the devotional for us last week. Would you mind reading the one this week? It's a little bit longer. So
Yes,
next time I'll have Marty read twice.
it's fine. That's fine. Yes. Jesus accused before the San
Sanhedrin.
Sanhedrin.
Yes.
The priest questioned Jesus about his followers and his teaching, but Jesus told him, I have spoke friendly in front of everyone and have not said anything in secret. Why are you questioning me? As
Yes.
soon as Jesus said this, one of the temple police hit him and say, that's no way to talk to the high priest. John 18:19-22.
Very good.
Uh-huh.
Very good. So the Sanhedrin was a group of priests and teachers and people who worked in the temple
Uh-huh.
that would get together to make decisions about things. Even though they had a high priest, he seldom made rules without everyone's agreement. It'd be sort of like the House of Senate, the Senate, or only it's for the church. It was for the Jewish church. And I'm assuming from the fact that he's dressed in purple, which was a color that meant riches or power or authority, and has a white head covering, that the man standing in the kind of in the corner back there, that he is the one who is the high priest, the one who is sort of in charge of requiring Jesus to come before the Sanhedrin. So all of these men here in this picture are all Jewish leaders. Okay, except for the one standing all in white, and he would be who?
Jesus.
Jesus. Do you see that they've done something to his hands? Can you tell what they've done to his hands? It looks like that there are ropes, some sort of cords or something, that he's got his hands tied behind him. Okay, and he's turned his head in a funny angle. So this picture is supposed to, I think, represent when the police, but this was the temple police. This was not Roman government. This was a Jewish man. And Jesus was a Jew, but the Jewish man there with the white turban on his head, and he's dressed all in blue. It looks like the picture is to represent when he slapped Jesus across the face. When he said, that's no way to talk to the high priest. Do you see the light source? It looks to me like right next to the edge of that curtain, there's something hanging there that has maybe oil in it, and they lit it for light in the room. It looks like they're all pretty upset. Why do you think they were upset with Jesus?
Because because he teach people
Right,
the truth,
right.
and these people not like it because thinking Jesus is not the not recognize Jesus with the Son of God.
Okay, that's true. But a lot of his teachings, especially in certain books, when he started his ministry, the first thing he started with, really, he was going to the temple to teach.
Mm-hmm.
But most of his teachings were against some of the rules that these Jewish men had made about what was to happen on the Sabbath. Now, their Sunday was Friday night through Saturday evening supper. That was called Sabbath. That would have been the seventh day. And so that was the day that they were supposed to rest. Well, they had made so many rules on Sundays that, you know, you couldn't even walk a mile. You could only walk a half a mile. You couldn't take grain in your hands and just chew the grain, you know, like if you were traveling.
Mm-hmm.
They made so many rules for what you could and couldn't do on Sundays, or their Sabbath day, which would have been Saturday, that it made them angry, and they felt like he was trying to take their authority. They were the ones who were in charge of the rules for the Jews. So they felt like he was trying to steal their authority about what people could and couldn't do on the Sabbath.
Mm-hmm.
So do you understand why they're so very angry?
Yeah.
They did not recognize his authority, but they felt like he was trying to take their authority away from them
Mm-hmm.
because they had misused it. Okay, Marty, do you have any questions about the picture today?
No, the picture's okay.
Okay, so I will stop share. Okay. Okay, well, Miss Mary, you've joined us also. Before I forget it, after I get busy with this lesson, I might forget. They have started the new members class again. So this coming Sunday, Lydia and I will be going to the new members class.
Okay.
And so I won't be in Sunday school, but I'll be rejoining the class after I finish that new members class, which will
Okay.
probably be after Easter.
Did you have a chance to get the Sunday school books for the new quarter?
I did.
Okay, because we
Yes,
picked them up today to deliver.
I got the devotional and I got the lesson books for myself and for Mother.
Oh, good. I went up there, and in our room, the open windows was last quarter. So
They gave me the new one.
oh, good. Because we had to hunt for those new ones. Evidently, somebody had gotten them out of our room, because all that was left was the one that's just finished.
Mm-hmm. Since we have finished the devotional, we need to turn in our books to page 161. We're still studying about foods.
Yeah.
And you'll see up here some pictures of some vegetables and things. And it says, look at the pictures. Which of these foods do you like? And then our first assignment is going to be a conversation. And then we're going to have to plan a salad, I believe. Plan an interesting salad. So First of all, we see 8 pictures there. Some of them are in red squares and some of them are in blue squares. But tell me, Marty, since Amalia's already read our devotional, which of those foods do you like? Are they're kind of your favorites?
Festivals. For me, I like this for salmon.
Salmon, okay.
Salmon.
And what vegetables do you like?
What do you like?
¿Cómo se dice?
Tomato, red tomatoes,
Mhm.
red peppers.
Yes. How about you?
That was like avocado.
What are some of your favorites?
Baby. What is baby?
Miss Mary, can you hear me?
Yes. Did you ask me? I thought you asked Amalia.
No, I ask you and then I'll ask Amalia.
Well, last night for supper, I had shrimp and I like roast beef,
Yeah,
but we eat a lot of salads.
yes. And that's our assignment tonight, is to think of some interesting things to put in a salad.
Salad.
So we may call on you to help us with that list. I wrote down a few things, but how about you, Amalia? What is some of your favorite things on the list of foods?
I like salmon.
Yes,
I like cucumbers.
Yeah.
yes,
And I like avocados too, so I eat both.
yes.
Do either one of you all have a garden that you grow these in?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do you? What do you grow, Amalia?
Cucumbers, jalapenos, tomatoes, cilantro, like I have avocado, for I never have a fruit because the tree is big for never bring me fruit. I still wait.
Does your cilantro grow all summer long?
No, not really, little bit.
Yeah, I've tried to grow it and it dies.
Yeah, I buy in the store and I've put and it's only for a little bit and it's going.
Yeah, yeah.
But mint, it's a big plant and every spring it's coming out again.
I have a little bit of mint.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes I put it in tea, iced tea.
I like it for the tea, and I made beef soup, and I put those, and it's really good.
Beef.
I wonder if the cilantro, if you put it like at the north end of your house where it would get more shade, where it wouldn't be so hot on it all the time, if the cilantro would do better. It may need to be a cooler weather plant, and so maybe it would do better if it had shades, at least in the hot part of the day. Get morning sun, but in the afternoon be in shade.
Maybe I'll try that.
Might try hot where you can move it or something. Okay, Greg and Liz. Miss Mary, would you choose to be Liz or Greg?
I'll be Liz.
Okay, I'll be Greg then. Now, you all pay attention to this that we're going to read, because then you need to read it also. We're going to read it. You listen to what we say, and then Marty and Amalia will read it.
Okay.
Let's have chicken for dinner.
Okay. How much chicken do we need?
2 pounds.
Okay. Let's have salad with it.
Good idea. We have lettuce, but we need onions.
How many onions do we need?
Just 1.
Okay, Amalia, you start with Liz, and then Marty, you be Greg. And so now you all read the discussion that we just did for you.
Okay, I need to change the meat and the vegetable.
Okay, you can.
Okay, okay. Let's have turkey for dinner.
Okay, how much chicken do we need?
How about, she said turkey. Did you hear her say turkey? So instead of chicken, you need to say turkey. Okay, how
Okay.
much turkey do we need?
Turkey. Okay. Okay. How much turkey do we need?
2 pounds.
Okay, 2 pounds. Oh, okay. Any less has salad and which is
Good idea. We have lettuce, but we need the tomatoes.
yeah, I need onion.
Okay, how many tomatoes? She said tomatoes. See, she chose a different vegetable.
Oh, tomato. Okay. I need tomato.
How many tomatoes do we need?
Just one.
Okay, just one.
Just one.
Okay, Marty, when you say the word with up there in the middle of the conversation, you said with, it's TH, it's a sound. It's with, okay? When you see the TH together, like with the, it's the, you put those two letters together, okay? Instead of S, it's, okay? Okay, we practiced the conversation. We used the pictures. Now, a lot of people use lettuce, but there are a lot of different greens that we can use to make a salad. Can you name some other things that we could use instead of lettuce to make a salad? Right there, where my finger's pointing.
Cabbage. Cabbage.
Cabbage, and you can use either the green or the red, or some people call it purple. Cabbage.
It's
There's something else we can use for greens for a salad.
Spinach.
bean.
Spinach leaves. Yes, we can use spinach leaves. And I have also sometimes, my daughter likes pasta better than she likes. And I put pasta right there. We can use pasta sometimes. And we particularly for salads like the little curly Q noodles that look like little corkscrews. Sometimes you can find them in a variety of colors. They'll come in orange and green and yellow or white.
Okay.
And so we have sometimes used pasta to make a salad with. Okay. Now, other interesting things that we can put in it, because in our discussion down here at the bottom, it says, let's put nuts in the salad. And Roberto says, okay, and how about avocados? Oh, I don't like avocados. Let's put a mango in it. So one of the things they want us to do is look at some other things that we can put into a salad. We need to come up with some different things that we might like to put in there. Now, some people like to take little squares of bread and toast them, or you can get them already made up. They're called croutons. And they're toasted. Some of them have garlic or other seasonings on them. So croutons can be put in your salad. Usually you do that last because it will pick up the moisture from your vegetables and it'll get soggy if you put it on too soon. And then, yes?
I like put the green apples.
Green apples. There's a salad called a Waldorf salad that uses nuts and apples.
Mhm,
and raisins.
and raisins.
Mhm.
mhm.
But I don't care for mayonnaise on my apples. So if I make that salad, I don't put mayonnaise on it. I use something else for a dressing.
I put ranch.
Ranch. Okay. Now in the store, they call it bacon bits, but all it is bacon fried and then broken up into little pieces and put on your salad. And
Mhm,
especially if you're making it for a supper salad where that you need a protein in it,
mhm.
the nuts, the bacon bits, what other protein can you put into a salad that would help it be a dinner salad? In other words, your meal would be complete with just the salad.
Mm,
Right over
Up-
here on the other side.
another side, you can put the chicken.
You can put chicken, you can put red beans,
Red beans.
you could use white beans, you could use the shrimp we talked about already tonight. You can take steak and put it on little skewers and grill it, and then put it on top of your salad and just have little small bite-sized pieces. You can put chicken, you could put turkey. Okay, do you know what radishes are?
I like that.
It has kind of a peppery taste to it, kind of burns your mouth sometimes, radishes do. They're red on the outside, but white on the inside. Usually early spring, later in the summer, you can't get radishes because then they get really a really harsh flavor. People don't care for it very much. They mentioned a mango
Mhm.
be put in there. Some restaurants, in fact, the Cracker Barrel has a summer salad that they use, and they put this berry right here. What berry? Strawberries.
Oh, blueberry.
You can put the blueberries in it.
Mhm.
One thing that I really like, I always have enjoyed to go into salads, whether you have pasta or not, is olives. And I like both the black ones and the green ones.
Mhm.
Olives. My daughter doesn't care for them as much as I do, but in fact, when I was growing up, at Thanksgiving time, we always had a relish plate, and that was one of the special things about Thanksgiving or Christmas, is Mother would have black olives, and they would be pitted, and we'd put them on our fingers. We'd stick our little fingers in those holes where the pits used to be, and wear them on the ends of our fingers and eat them off of our fingers. But I have always enjoyed olives. When I got older, I bought olives more than just Thanksgiving and Christmas because I did enjoy them. Here is another vegetable that can go in, and that's what, Amalia?
Beets.
Beets. Now, instead of nuts, I prefer sunflower seeds.
Mhm.
Sometimes nuts give me problems with my chewing because I don't have all of my teeth anymore.
Mhm.
And especially if there's a little bit of a hull or something mixed in with the other vegetables, it's hard to find that. And in a restaurant, you hate to start digging around in your mouth for the nuts. And the sunflower seeds are much smaller. You're less likely to have a hull or something in them. So, anybody think of anything else that you might put in a salad?
Chick-fil-A made the salad have an egg.
Yes.
Oh, egg, right?
Mhm.
And that adds protein.
Mhm.
That adds protein to your salad, and it can make, a dinner salad. That can be your whole meal.
And cheese.
Mhm.
Blue cheese.
Good. Several different kinds of cheese.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen salads made with corn.
Uh-huh. Corn and beans or corn.
Uh-huh. Yes, I have seen salads made with corn also. So we have a big variety.
Big.
So the next, I need for you all, each one of you, to write down if you were making a salad and you were going to put your favorite things in that salad.
Mm-hmm.
What would you put in the salad to make up your favorite salad? Would it have pasta? Would it have lettuce? Would it have cabbage? Tell me how you want to make that salad. Because we've talked about a whole lot of things. Now, I want you to tell me what your favorite would be. Marty, what would be your favorite salad? What would we start with?
I put the little eggs.
Did you say cilantro? You're going to start with cilantro?
Yeah, a little bit the cilantro.
Okay.
And the
And you said egg.
¿cómo se llama? Texas roll restaurant. This I put it a little in the salad. I put it a little piece of the bacon.
Okay, the bacon.
That is a crumb.
Yes. Yeah, those croutons, the little bread.
Has a
Okay.
little piece of the bread. Yep.
Croutons.
And he said corn.
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 Okay.
What green are you going to put in there?
Green.
Are you going to put some sort of lettuce?
Or
Still big.
cabbage. Did you want lettuce or cabbage or spinach or
Little.
lettuce? Okay, Amalia, if you were making a salad, is that all? What kind of dressing would you like on yours, Marty?
What?
What kind of dressing do you like to put on your salad? Ranch or honey mustard or Thousand Island or
Rice.
rice?
Rice.
Okay, I have made a rice salad before, but I never mixed it with lettuce, but we can put rice in there. What are you going to use for dressing? Are you going to use ranch dressing, honey mustard, Italian? What are you going to put on top?
I think this is used the ranch.
Ranch, okay. Ranch goes with a lot of things. I can't eat it. It gives me stomach problems, so I can't eat the ranch, but lots of people like it. Amalia, tell me your favorite salad. How would you make your favorite salad?
I put the lettuce, I put cucumber and tomatoes, and I put the carrots. And
do you do fancy things with your carrots? Make them into little flowers and things, or you just shred it?
And sometimes I put up avocado. It depends. And when I put apple, I don't put the cucumber, and I put the ranch, and I mix it, and I put just croutons when I serve it.
Right.
Sounds good.
I like the bacon, but I don't like too much because sometimes I think it's too greasy. Like I know it's little pieces, but still like no. I don't like too much bacon.
Mhm. Miss Mary,
Mhm.
speaking of greasy, have you ever had dandelion greens?
No.
My grandmother always liked to have some in the early spring when they were good and tender. And we would fry up bacon and use the grease, and we would call it wilted greens. And she would put the dandelion greens in a bowl with some onion and some tomato and different things. And then she'd take that hot bacon grease and drizzle it over those dandelion greens. I never thought I'd ever eat dandelion greens, but
Only in the spring though?
real early
Yeah.
in the spring when they're good and tender. It's
I've
really,
had the, yeah,
it's
I've had
really
the,
before the grass even starts to show very much. The dandelions start to come out.
I've had that hot grease on spinach before, wilted spinach salad.
Mm.
Well, it's not low calorie, but you know, when my grandmother was growing up, we didn't get vegetables and things at the store like we do now. We have such a choice all year round.
Mm-hmm.
And dandelions came up so early in the spring that it was before anything else was big enough to eat. And so dandelion greens was what helped them, you know, get through the year. There was a time in the year when they could not get any kind of greens.
Mm-hmm.
And so they used dandelions as a green. And she lived to be 80, almost 87. So, you know, it doesn't hurt you. Might even help you. Anything unusual, Miss Mary, that you've had in a salad that most people wouldn't think of as using for salad?
Fresh sardines. We had that one time.
Oh my goodness.
They taste totally different from what you get in a can.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, we just tried it just because it was on the menu, I think.
Yeah. Be adventurous.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of something called Polk salad?
Yes. What is, let's see. Somebody used to come through our backyard and pick that. It's a weed, really, isn't it, with big leaves?
Yeah, and it has a real strong kind of garlicky, oniony taste.
I never ate it.
Well, down in Louisiana, you know how different towns or areas have special festivals?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was a place in Louisiana where they had the Polk Salad Festival, and it was always very early in the spring. I imagine it for them was about like my grandmother and her dandelions,
Mm-hmm.
that there was a time of the year when they didn't have anything else, when the mustard and turnip greens had not come yet, but this came up volunteer, and so they had Polk salad. Okay, we can turn the page. We're on page 162. And Marty, do you see this in the purple box? It says, how many eggs do we have? How many eggs are there? Do you see this in this purple box up here at the top of the page? Would you read that purple box to us, please?
Okay. How many eggs do we have? How many eggs are there? How much
Milk.
do we have? How much is there? A lot.
Okay, how do we answer those questions? So in the second part, it's going to tell us how much there is. So In the second box, in the third box, it
Yes.
says what? A lot. Shows a dozen eggs.
It's there. How much?
And then it says not many with only 2 eggs. So the
2
answer to the question, how many eggs do we have? A lot. How many
A lot.
eggs are there? Not
A
many.
lot.
A lot.
Normal. No, many.
Yes, not many.
Many.
A
How much
lot.
milk is it?
12.
Well, that's how many eggs there were, but for the milk, it
It's
says a
lot.
lot, and it looks like it's almost a full half gallon.
Mhm.
But
Hello.
then it says not much, and there's only about this
This
much
small.
milk in the bottom, so it's probably only enough for 1 bowl of cereal in that container. Look at the box that says grammar watch over it. Use how many with plural count nouns. So plural count would be like eggs, because we usually don't think of a single egg. When you say eggs, you mean a dozen, 6, more than 1. And then with milk, it usually comes in a large quantity. Most families buy it by the gallon, but we don't buy it but by the half gallon at our house because there's just 2 of us. So it says use how much with non-count nouns. Okay, so we use much for milk because you don't have individual. See, with the eggs, you use how many, but with milk, we say how much. Do you see the difference? Because the milk comes in a carton.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's look at the picture, read the answers, complete the questions with how many or how much. So number 1, Amalia. Oh, I see, it already gives it to you. Let me read that one, and then I'll have you start with number 2. How many oranges are there? Not many. We only have 3. So they're looking in the refrigerator.
Mhm.
They must be making out a grocery list. So it says, how many oranges are there? Not many. We have only 3. So Amalia, you take number 2.
How much milk do we have? Not much. Let's get more milk.
Okay. So they, instead of many, they used how much.
Mhm.
Okay. Marty, take number 3.
Number 3. Oh. How much are there?
Okay, let's look up at the top. Did it use much or did it use many for eggs? Because number 3 is about eggs.
It, how much? How much?
So it should be
How
how many.
How much? Many.
How many eggs are there?
Mm.
There are
How-
12. We don't need any more. That's the answer. So what we need to put in that blank is how many eggs, because we had to count the eggs to know there were 12. So when you count a number of something, we use the term many. How many are there?
How many are there?
Okay, how many eggs are there?
How
12.
many
We don't
eggs
need it.
are there?
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay, Amalia, take number 4, please.
How much cheese is there? There is no cheese. Put it on the shopping list.
Good. Number 5, Marty. It's something they had to count. See, look in B. 6, and they are big. So what is big and there's only 6 of them in the refrigerator? Can you see in the refrigerator what things there were 6 of?
Big,
What are those kind of brown looking things there on that bottom shelf?
big,
Déjame hacer mi plato limpio.
big. Oh, yeah.
I think they are potatoes.
Oh,
I think they are potatoes. So how would we ask about the potatoes? Pretend like I'm at the
how
refrigerator.
these, how many
Good.
seed,
How many
seed,
potatoes?
potato on there, out there?
Right. And I'll tell you, there are 6 and they are very big.
Seed and there.
So then you tell me, great. See that next sentence?
Grain, let's
Great.
have bread of potato.
Yeah, let's have baked potatoes tonight. Last week, we talked about taking baked potatoes and putting chili and cheese and all kinds of different things on a baked potato to turn it into a full meal, especially if you've got leftovers in the refrigerator.
Mhm.
Okay, look at the picture again. Continue the conversation in exercise A. Ask about other food in the refrigerator. So we talked about eggs. We talked about oranges. We talked about the milk and the potatoes, but there wasn't any cheese, so we put that on our list. But there are other things in the refrigerator. So, Amalia, ask a question about something in the refrigerator so we know what we need to put on our list.
Okay. How many bottles of water are there?
Okay, Marty, how many bottles of water are in the refrigerator? Do you see the bottles of water in the refrigerator?
Yeah, heavy water.
Okay, answer Amalia's question. She said, how many bottles of water were in the refrigerator?
2.
2 bottles of water in the refrigerator. Okay. Marty, you ask a question about what's in the refrigerator to Amalia. What are you going to need for your baked potatoes? What do you put on your baked potatoes?
One apple.
You're going to put an apple on your baked
I
potato?
think it's a seed apple.
Okay, you can ask her how many apples.
1.
No, you ask Amalia the question.
Oh,
How many apples? How many apples are in the refrigerator? So she can answer. We're
okay.
making a grocery list.
Okay. How many apple in the refrigerator, Amalia?
Not many, just one. We no, not many. We only have one.
Okay, Marty, I'm going to ask you a question. How much butter is in the refrigerator? If we cook all of those potatoes for the family to eat, are we going to have enough butter for everyone to get some? Do you see the butter?
Yeah. And this one is the one. But
Okay, but you can't count butter. So what term are we going to use? Are we going to use a lot or not much?
the bar is mini.
No, we're not going to use many. We're going to say how much, a
The
lot
juice is
or not
the juice,
much.
the juice is a lot.
The juice is a lot, yes, but I said butter. We need
Yeah.
butter for those baked potatoes you want for supper.
Just two bottles.
Of orange juice. We got lots of orange juice for supper. But I need some butter. Do we have any butter in the refrigerator?
This one is mini.
Is it a lot or not much?
Not much.
Very good. Very
Not much.
good. Not much. There's not much butter in here. We're going to have some butter. I like sour cream on mine. Is there any sour cream in the refrigerator?
No.
Okay, none. So we need butter and sour cream if we're going to have baked potatoes. Okay, Amalia,
Let's see.
how many bell peppers are there?
3.
Okay, I think that will be enough to get us through the week, don't you? Will that be enough? Okay, what about meat? What about our proteins?
It's too many. It's too many.
I bought these peppers at the store yesterday. They're mini peppers and they're red and orange.
Yeah,
They look like and yellow. They look like they'll be good.
they are. I've been buying those. I like those real well. They're a little sweeter. They don't, they're not quite as strong as the green bell peppers are.
I think so.
And Lydia likes those a little better than the green bell peppers, although I like the green bell peppers because that's what I got used to. Amalia, how much hamburger do we have?
3 packets.
Okay, 3 packages. Very good. Marty, how much steak do we have in the refrigerator?
Okay.
Or how many steaks? Since we can count those, I guess I should say, how many steaks do we have in the freezer?
3 packing.
Okay, good.
I can see
3
3 packing.
packages. 3 packages, that's good. Okay, any questions about how to use how many and how much, and how to answer whether it's a lot, not many, a lot, not much? The difference is, can you count it? With the meat, we counted it, so we used how many. But for things like ice cream or the milk, butter, we had to use how much. Was it a little or a lot? Do you understand the difference? If you can count them, then we use how many. Okay. Two friends are talking about a recipe for a cheese omelet. Listen and complete the conversation. So here's what I'm going to do. Or Mary, you can do this. Take and read the sentences they need to fill in what's in an omelet and be able to use many, much, or. So can you read that dictation thing on page 163 at the top, please?
Oh.
Want me to or Marty?
Ms. Mary, would you? They're supposed to write down the words.
Okay,
So they can't very well read it and then write down the words too. So
okay.
the students are supposed to, this is dictation. They're supposed to write down the words that go in.
Okay, okay. Two friends are talking about a recipe for a cheese omelet. Listen and complete the conversation. A, this omelet is really good. What's in it? B, eggs and cheese. Oh, and there's salt, but not much. So are they supposed to
They're
write?
supposed to write down the words that fill in the blank.
Okay.
So there's a blank there. They need to write
and
eggs
cheese.
and they need to write salt on those
Salt.
blanks.
Mm-hmm. A, eggs. How many eggs? You don't say how much eggs. You say how many eggs. B, 3. And how much cheese? You don't say how many cheese. You say how much cheese. Just one slice. What do you cook it in? Do you use butter or oil? I use oil, but it's good with butter too.
Okay.
Wow.
You want them to read what they've written, Carolyn, or?
Yes, if they can. Yes, that would be fine.
Okay. I'll read A, Marty, and then you do B at the top. I'm going to say, this omelet is really good. What's in it? Now you read B, Marty.
Okay. Egg in cheese or any there cheese no butter no much
What did you put in the second blank?
I put a cheese
Salt.
salt okay
Salt, yeah, salt. But not much.
no much salt.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay, do you know how to spell salt, Marty?
so
S-A-L-T, salt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. See, that's part of what we're checking here is, do you know how to spell the words that we've been using?
And Amalia, will you do the next A?
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Eggs. How many eggs?
good. 3. And then do A again, Amalia.
And how much cheese?
Okay. just one slice. Now, Marty, you do the next sentence, the next A.
Yeah.
It starts with what?
Okay. I'm in how much cheese
Good. And then read the next line.
juice one
Slice.
slice.
And then read the next one.
What do you cook is and do you use butter or to oil?
Do you use butter or
Butter.
oil?
Mm-hmm.
Oil.
Oil.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Amalia, you do B at the end.
Okay.
Okay.
I use oil, but it's good with butter too.
Okay. Sometimes I put a little butter in. The butter's going to burn fast, so I put oil and then I'll put a little butter in after that.
Mhm.
With eggs, you're not supposed to cook them at a real high temperature because they will scorch really fast. So you can use butter, but it's going to take a little longer for it to cook up in the middle. And sometimes I have to put a lid on top of the pan to make it cook, kind of steam up in the middle, because you don't want to get your butter too hot, because it, like you say, it will scorch, but eggs will scorch too. We talked while you were gone, Miss Mary, about a steamer, about sticking a pot on top of another pot that's got water in it and steaming things like puddings and things like that, because putting them right on the burner will make them scorch on the bottom. And that might be a good thing to do if you're using butter to make an omelet as well. Miss Mary, go ahead and do step 1 and step 2.
Okay.
And go ahead and let them make the sentences. Now, in order for us to get some different numbers, Miss Mary, you and I may have to make some of these choices also so that they get more than just 2 people for soup, choosing soup or salad. And
Okay.
so
All right.
I'm
Step 1. It's in the middle of the book. So step 1 says you are planning a meal. Which foods do you want? Choose one thing in each pair. Okay, Amalia, you choose one on number 1. Which do you want?
Salad.
And so it was soup or salad, and Amalia is choosing a salad. Okay, Marty, on number 2, which would you choose? Read the 2 choices and tell us which one you would choose.
Fish.
Okay, and what's the other choice?
Meat.
Okay, which fish would you choose?
Fried.
But what kind? Would you choose
Salmon.
salmon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's very good.
Yeah.
Okay, Amalia, you do 3.
Rice
Or what's the other choice?
or potatoes. Rice.
So far we have a salad, we have fish, and rice. That sounds good so far. Okay, Marty, what about number 4? Well, read those 2 choices and
Okay. On carrot. On greens. Bean.
And which one would you choose?
For me, it's a green bean.
I think that's the most popular one. A lot of people don't like carrots, but I mean, I like carrots. Okay, so far we've got salad, fish, rice, and green beans.
Mhm.
Okay, what are we going to drink, Amalia?
Tea. Coffee or tea? Tea.
Tea, cold or hot?
Cold tea.
And sweet or unsweet?
I put half and half.
Okay, okay, that's good. Okay, now the best part, Marty, number 6, what would you choose? You read the 2 choices.
I read the ice cream,
Uh-huh,
cream, or cake,
or what?
or cupcakes, cake,
Just cake.
cake.
Uh-huh, which
Cake.
one would you choose?
Um,
Can we
how
have
about I
both?
write this?
Can we have
ice
both?
cream,
What would you
the
say?
ice cream for me.
Ice cream for you, and what flavor?
¿Cómo se dice? I like this. This is for me. This is the corn. This milk corn. Mhm.
No, ¿cuál flavor? ¿Cuál
What-
sabor?
What flavor of,
This the flavor.
which ice cream do you like the best?
¿Cómo que se
Vanilla, chocolate,
I think it's
strawberry,
mellow.
vanilla?
Mhm.
Okay. Do you ever go and get those popsicles at the Mexican place?
Mm-hmm.
They are wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
They are very good. Have you ever
Yeah.
had those, Carolyn?
I guess I haven't. Are they fruit flavors like mango and lime and?
Oh, they have in Springfield, they have a store that has probably 30 flavors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
And my favorite one, they have ice ones, which has the fruit, and then they have the creamy ones. They have an avocado, which is
Mhm.
good. You didn't think so. It's good. And buttermilk.
Mm-hmm.
They're my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
If you get to town sometime, you ought to stop in there and try it, Carolyn. They're very good.
Okay. Okay.
hmm
Is it right there across from Torino's?
Well, they may have them there, but it's down the road from Torino's a little bit by the Mexican restaurant.
Oh.
It's a bakery, and
Okay.
then they have ice. They have the popsicles there.
Is that
Okay.
the name? I think is the Michoacana.
What?
The name I think is the Michoacana.
It could be. It could. I can't remember now. But
Yeah,
they're-
because there's one in Hendersonville and Madison too.
oh, they have them there too.
Yes.
They're very good.
Yes.
It's sometimes when our grandchildren are here, we'll take them to get one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, now let's see. In step 2, okay, so let's say what we're going to have for our meal: salad, salmon, rice, green beans, tea, half sweet and half not sweet, and ice cream, vanilla ice cream. That sounds good. Okay, number 2, let's do step 2, the next group, groups of 5. Ask your classmates about their choices. Count the students. Write the number next to each food. So,
Okay. In the first choice, number 1, I want the soup. So you need to put at least 1 next to soup. Mary, are you having soup or salad?
I like salad.
Okay. So I'm having the soup. In cold weather, I like something warm.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else want soup or everybody else is for salad? So there's 1 soup and 3 for salad.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay, number 2, does anybody want meat or is everybody settled on fish? Because I had written fish down too, and Marty said fish. So
I like fish.
that's 3 for fish. How about you, Malia?
I like fish too.
Okay, so 4 for fish.
And 0 for meat.
Okay.
Number 3. I put down rice. Did anybody put down potatoes?
I put rice.
Rice.
That's 3 rice. How about you, Marty?
It's
Did you have
for
rice or potatoes?
potato.
Okay. So there's 1 potato and 3 rice.
Mhm.
So put a 3 next to rice. Put 1 next to potatoes. In number 4, I chose carrots.
I got green beans.
Green beans.
Okay, there's
I bet Marty says green beans. Do you
Yes,
say?
3
green
for
bean.
green beans and 1 for carrots.
Okay.
I can't drink coffee, so I chose tea.
Tea.
I'll take tea.
That's 3 for tea. Are you drinking coffee or tea, Marty?
You want to drink coffee?
You're
Coffee.
going to have coffee? Okay,
Coffee,
so
yes.
there's 1 for coffee,
And
3
3.
for tea.
Okay.
Now, y'all know me. It's going to be ice cream. I
Ice
am.
cream. I'd like both, really.
Yeah.
too.
It's an ice cream. Ice
Okay,
cream.
everybody was on with ice cream. So there's 4 ice cream. So
And
now
0.
what you do for step 3 is you have to write 6 sentences in your notebook about your group's choices. For example, here's your example. 2 students want soup and 3 students want salad. So in our list there, Amalia, did you write down how many of us wanted soup? I think I was the only one.
Mhm.
Okay. 1 student wants soup, 3 students want salad. So you
Wow.
write out the sentences, start with capitals, end with a period.
Okay.
You see that pattern there that they gave you? They gave you a pattern right here,
Mhm.
how to write your sentences.
Okay.
You have to plug in the numbers because the numbers are different from Miss Mary, while they're writing, if you will go over this, read about Eduardo's problem on 164. We did a whole ordering thing back in lesson 5.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm not going to take them through that again, the waiter and the waitress and the customer and all of that. We did that pretty well back in lesson 5, section 5. So, but what we need to do is read and react, the problem solving, reading about Eduardo's problem. He's 45 years old and he's too heavy.
Okay. You want me to read? Well, wait till they finish the writing their
Yes,
sentences?
yes.
Okay.
And then
Right.
we'll go over that and, you know, troubleshoot. What can he do to solve his problem about his eating too much fried food,
Okay.
lunchtime and supper?
Okay. Carolyn, did you turn in the attendance for last couple of weeks?
Well, I thought we did. Did Judy not get it? Did she say something to you about it?
No, I just thought if you didn't, I could turn it in.
Well,
If you got it turned in, that's good then.
I thought we turned it in, but I guess you
did.
could say,
She didn't say anything to me about it. I just thought
Yeah.
I'd ask.
it's been Amalia and Marty
Okay,
the last 2 weeks that you were gone.
okay,
And so you can say, you know, the attendance was the same. It was Amalia and
Okay.
Marty.
okay, great.
Sí.
Ya.
Okay, Miss Mary, if you want to check with them about their sentences, we need to get on to Eduardo's problem. So have them read us their sentences, please.
Okay, Amalia, if you'll go number 1.
Yes. So 1 student want to soup and 3 students want to salad.
Okay, that's good. And how did you spell 1?
Oh,
O-N-E.
And how'd you spell 3?
Let's see. T-H-R-E-E.
Great. Okay, Marty, you do number 2.
One, one for me, 3 for fish. No.
Did we have one for who? Let's see. Did we have one
I
for
thought
me?
we all had fish. I thought we all chose fish. I think it was
Okay, well-
4
Okay.
for fish.
And 0 for meat.
Okay. And I think, Marty, do number 3 too, okay? What did you write for number 3 about how many wanted potatoes and rice?
3.
3 for 3
one
students.
potato.
Uh-huh. And how many wanted rice?
3.
And how many wanted rice?
3 for 2 person.
3 students wanted rice
Mm-hmm.
and 1 student wanted potato.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, potatoes, okay. Okay, Amalia, you do number 4.
Okay. 1 student want 2 carrots and 3 students want 2 green beans.
Good. Okay, Marty, how about number 5?
1 studio for coffee.
Uh-huh,
3 for tea.
great, perfect, perfect. Okay, Amalia, number 6.
4 students want ice cream.
Nobody wants cake.
No.
Okay. Do you want to go to section 4 on the next page, Carolyn, or?
Please.
Okay. Now, in the middle of the next page on 164, it says number 4, read and react, problem solving. Do you see where we are, Amalia and Marty? Do y'all see where we are? You see it in the book where we are?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
How about you, Marty? Do you see it's in the middle of the page?
Yeah.
Here? Okay, good. Okay, I'm going to read this. Eduardo is 45 years old. He is heavy. Eduardo's doctor tells him, be careful. What does it mean to say Eduardo is heavy?
It's overweight or something.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
very good.
Okay, that's good, good. Okay, the next sentence. This is what the doctor tells him. You need to eat healthy foods. Don't eat foods with a lot of calories and fat. What's something that has a lot of calories?
Too much bread.
Bread. Marty, what's something else that has a lot of calories?
A lot of calories.
What would you think?
Probably break.
Just it's not in the it's not written down. You just tell me what you think.
This is
What's
the
some kind of
calorie. I think this is cake.
Yep.
Mhm.
Sweets.
In soda.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Coca-Cola. Okay, next sentence. Eduardo usually has lunch at a fast food restaurant. He has a big cheeseburger, fries, probably a large fry, and a large soda every day. He eats dinner at home with his family. His wife is a great cook, and the children love her food, but she cooks a lot of fried food. So this is saying that when he eats at a fast food restaurant, he probably eats too much and he has too many calories and too much fat. And then when he eats at home, his wife is a really good cook, but she cooks a lot of fried food. And so that has a lot of calories and fat. So in step 2 down below there, it says talk about it. What is Eduardo's problem? What can Eduardo do? Here are some ideas. Okay, Marty, read the first idea to help him lose weight. What's the first thing he can do? Do you see step 2 in red, step 2, pairs, right down there at the bottom?
Okay.
Okay, read that first sentence. What can he do?
Okay. Take about is what is Eduardo probably was come Eduardo do. Here are some ideas.
Here are some ideas. What's the first idea? What can he do? Read the next sentence under that, what you just read. What can he do?
He can bring a sandwich from home for lunch. He
Right.
can eat a small of service.
Servings.
He can ask his wife to cooking or different food or for him. He can.
Okay. So if he brings a sandwich from home for lunch, how will that help him, Amalia?
I don't think help too much because it still is a bread and probably some things no can help for him. Maybe it's better maybe change the diet.
He could, change his diet. If he brings a sandwich home for from home for lunch, then he's not having a big fries.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And a greasy cheeseburger. He could have a turkey sandwich maybe or something. And then the next thing, he could eat smaller servings instead of getting a big cheeseburger. If he did eat out, he could just have a regular hamburger without the cheese and not big. And then what could he ask his wife to cook different for him?
Maybe no fried food.
Good. Yep. No fried.
Remember when we talked about how we can do with fried foods like fried chicken? Remember when we talked about that? I don't know if it was last week or the week before, and we talked about baking it, but using shake and bake, and it makes it almost like it was fried because they use seasoning in it. So there's some ways that you can prepare. We talked about using a grill for hamburgers instead of frying it in a skillet. There are ways to cook it that make it lower in calories. A grill lets the fat drip through and you don't have all that fat in it. And we talked about baking chicken instead of frying chicken. or grilling chicken. So we talked about some alternative ways. Also, if you roast your roast beef on Sunday or over the weekend, and then you slice that real thin and put it on your sandwich, it's much lower in calories than a hamburger with a slice of cheese, because the cheese has fat, the meat has fat, and then you put mayonnaise on it, and then it's really full of fat.
Mm-hmm.
But if you change, like if you use a hamburger bun, you nearly double the amount of bread than just a slice. If you compare how many calories is in a bottom and top bun versus 2 slices of bread, you'll find that your calories go down dramatically just to use a plain slice of bread.
He
I've
could
been on several diets, I know.
he could have a salad for lunch instead of if he did fast food, he could have a salad instead of a big cheeseburger some of the time too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, up here on this menu, if you were trying to eat fewer calories and less fat, what would you choose off of this menu? Marty, what would you choose if you were trying to eat less fat and calories on that menu up there?
The menu.
Up here, this blue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What would you choose that would be less, if for Eduardo to help him make better choices?
At least for the east or for the swing.
Would it be better for him to have a turkey?
Yes.
Would it
For
be
me,
better? Would it be
for
better
me-
for him to have a turkey sandwich or a hamburger? Which would be
it's for
better?
better is turkey sandwich.
Turkey sandwich would be better.
Mhm.
And would it be better for him to have a salad or French fries? Which is
It's
which is-
a
which is-
salad.
a salad's better than French fries. And then for
Mhm.
to drink, would it be better to have a large cola, a large soda, or a small tea?
I want for me is like the small tea.
Right. Or a small coffee. That would be better.
More tea or more coffee for it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, they're all good choices. That's right.
Mhm.
Okay, I didn't talk to you all last week about where you needed to do your homework in your practice book, your workbook.
Mhm.
But since we have finished all of that unit, that was unit 8. So we have finished all of that. You need to finish your practice book up through page 97.
97.
More practice
Okay.
in there about using how much and how many. All kinds of practice for that.
Okay.
Also, there is practice in here for reading the nutritional
Mhm.
information that we did last week. There's
Okay.
also about the prices, comparing prices at different places. So there's all kinds of practice in here for this unit that you can do. And if you run into any problems, be sure and let me know next week, and we'll go back and take a look at those exercises. But so number 8, in order to finish chapter 8, you need to do up through page 97. Now, I want to go ahead and get us started on the next chapter And so page 98 and 99 will be practice for what we're fixing to do right now, what we're getting ready to do. In the month of March, we have several big things happening that changes our calendar, observes the change in our weather.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be talking about weather and seasons in this unit. This is unit 9. We are going to talk about what you're doing right now. You're going to learn to write a postcard.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about weather conditions, what that means about how to dress and all that sort of thing. Plan for an emergency. Do you have a plan in your house if a hurricane hits or a tornado hits or a fire gets started in your house? Do you have an emergency plan?
Yeah.
Ask what someone is doing right now. In other words, you're on the phone. Usually what I do, if I call someone on the phone, I usually will say, am I calling at a bad time?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have something else going on that we need to talk at a later time? But that's what you're doing. You're asking, what are you doing? Is this not a good time for us to talk? And then usually they just, either they'll say, this isn't a good time. Can we talk later? So you're asking someone, what are you doing right now? In other words, do they have time to talk? Understand a weather report. And I understand from the weather report that we got this evening at 5 o'clock, there is no precipitation in the forecast for the next 7 days. No rain, no snow, no sleet, no ice. It looks sunny, like we're going to have a really nice week. So that's what I understand about the weather as of the weather report tonight.
Yeah.
I was looking at the calendar for March.
Mm-hmm.
There are 2 big events coming this month. On March the 14th, it says, Daylight Saving Time begins. And that means we have to change our clocks.
Okay.
That is the week that we have a week off, because that also is the week your children have their spring break. So we won't be having class that week. At the end of that week, on Saturday, the 20th, do you know what day it is? It is supposed to be the first day of spring.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do you remember what the first day of winter was?
Me, no.
It always used to fall on my husband's birthday, December the 21st.
Oh.
Either the 21st. So winter started then. So that week that your kids are out for spring break, they start the week with daylight saving time, and they end the week, it is the first day of spring.
Okay.
Now, I already know about Tennessee. Just because it says it's the first day of spring does not mean that we could not get some ice. We could have some bad weather even after the first day of spring. But usually after the first day of spring, things begin to get better.
Mm-hmm.
So that is about the seasons. Now, what will be the next season after spring? What comes next? What comes after spring?
It's
Summer.
summer. Mhm.
And the first day of summer comes June the 21st. And
Think about it.
the first day of autumn or fall comes September the 22nd.
Mhm.
And daylight saving time ends November the 7th. And the first day of winter is December the 21st. So that's when the seasons on our calendar change. That doesn't usually mean that our weather just makes a dramatic change, but that's about when we can expect those seasons to come.
Mhm.
We're going to talk about weather and seasons. So if you look on page 166,
Yeah.
that first picture, A, what season is that?
It's
What color are the leaves?
it's yellow and
And that happens in the
in the fall.
fall. Some people call it autumn, but it's fall. And they're saying the average temperature is around 50. However, I might disagree with that because in Tennessee, we get warmer falls, at least for the latter part of September and October.
Mhm.
Now, November, sometimes the temperatures will drop, but they're saying the average temperature is about 50. And what do they say about generally what you can expect for weather? What is this right there in that little circle?
It's a cloudy.
It's a cloud. So
Mhm.
they'll say that the days will be cloudy.
Mhm.
Sometimes we have a rainy fall. Sometimes we have a very dry fall.
Yeah.
This last year, it seemed awfully dry.
Mhm.
Okay, after fall comes, what's this picture for B?
Winter.
Winter.
It's winter. Yes, Amalia, it is winter.
Mhm.
We got our winter almost into spring. We just had an ice storm.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
they say average temperature for that is somewhere around 24 or 25. But we've had a much warmer winter until just about 2 weeks ago when we had the ice storm. And so the thermometer this last year was a little higher than what they had on this estimate here.
Yeah.
But they're showing snow, and we at different times had some snow flurries around Christmas and around Thanksgiving.
Uh-huh.
We had a few snow flurries, nothing that we couldn't get out of the house.
Yeah.
But so this is winter. What comes after winter?
This
Spring.
is
Okay,
a
Marty, did you
spring.
have a question? Spring, yes.
Mhm.
And they say the average temperature for that is somewhere around 67 or 68.
Mhm.
That must be toward the later part of spring because
Yeah.
March to me can always drop down and have a freeze. I know one year we had a terrible freeze. It killed my crepe myrtle trees. It almost killed my holly bush. But the crepe myrtles came up from the roots. So we can still have some really bad weather in spring.
Yeah.
And what kind of weather do they say generally that you have in the spring? Number 6, the little round circle.
Number
Uh,
6 is rain.
Yes, yes, that's rain. There's rain coming out of that
Rain.
cloud. Okay, let's go back and look at D. It's right underneath the fall or
Yeah.
autumn picture.
It's
Um,
the A is sunny.
Yes, very sunny. And the
Mhm.
temperatures can get up around 90, sometimes nearly 100.
Yes, not is sun.
And so what season is that?
Mm.
What season is it when people like to go to the beach and get in the water and go
Yeah.
swimming to the swimming pool or
Okay. I like on the sea and the beach.
what season is that, Marty? What season? What's the name of the season? We did spring, we did winter, we did fall. What is this one? What season is that?
Um. In in sunny.
Yeah, it's sunny. You see where it says D? What does that say right there?
Right? this is summer.
Summer. Very good.
Summer.
Summer.
Mm,
That's summertime.
summertime. Oh,
This week, I want you to ask 4 people, what is your favorite season and why? Why do they like that season? Okay,
oh,
I will tell you this. For me,
mhm.
Miss Carolyn, my favorite season is fall. Even though I have some allergy problems, it's not quite as hot as the summertime. Usually it's a little drier. You can get out and do things outside without so much rain as in the spring.
Mm,
And I like the fall because usually that's when the grass doesn't grow quite as fast. You don't have as much rain, or we don't here anyway. And so your grass doesn't grow as fast. Actually, I've had my best vacations in the fall and
mhm.
not in the summertime. I like the fall vacation better than the summer vacation. I like to go fishing in the fall.
Yes.
So that's my reason and my favorite season. I met my husband in the fall and we got married in the fall. So you only have to ask 3 more people because I gave you my opinion. You may have to write something with that, write a report to the class, how many people like each season. So for next week, you need to study the seasons. And we will start on lesson 2 of the weather. We've been over all of the terms that they had for weather and the seasons. We also talked about daylight saving time.
mhm.
I think in the fall, it's easier to play soccer. Didn't you say you like to play soccer, Marty? It's drier. It's not so wet. You can get out on the grass and play soccer. You call it football. Anyway,
in the fall.
and I like the fall, yeah.
No,
That's
yeah,
my-
no, the like in the fall, no, is to play soccer.
Yeah. They play it
No, I want to
spring,
play
too.
soccer in the spring. This is, yeah. Mhm. Just the walkers in the park.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I don't have anything more this evening. Miss Mary, do you have anything that you need to share with the class about seasons or weather? Or you all went off and had a big time down in Florida.
We
Did you
did.
have a good time at the beach?
Yes, it was hard to get there because of the ice and snow, but we did make it. We had to change our trip by a day, but we were able to get out. It was a nice break.
So did you come back to any damage or anything? Everything was fine at home when you got back?
Yes, our neighbor looked after things for us. We kept our water dripping,
Yeah,
and they came and turned it off for us when the worst of the cold weather was over. I was scared not to.
yeah, yeah.
We've had a frozen pipe once or twice. It didn't burst, but it's very, I mean, it's worrying. And I'd
Yes,
rather drip the water for a couple of days than worry about the pipes.
right. Yeah, I told people, we saw the films from Texas and how many people had their pipes running in their ceiling, and they came back after they had to go someplace else to stay warm because they'd been without heat, and they came back and it was just a waterfall in their house. The water was just running everywhere, destroying everything. And I said, you know what? We had plenty of heat. We had water, but it all stayed in the pipes.
Right.
And I said, you know, we had plenty of food. We didn't have to get out. I had wood on the porch in case we got without electricity. You know, we had to reschedule some medical appointments, but that was a minor thing.
Now, did your mother get her vaccine?
We both have had both of our shots now.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
So we have taken care of all the shots.
Oh,
So
good.
yeah, it's great.
Great. That's a good feeling. Maybe we can get back in church before too long in Sunday school.
Yeah. Well, we joined the church. Lydia and I did Sunday.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
So we are members now at Springfield. So anyway, so Amalia, any questions?
No, ma'am. I guess next week is my daughter's birthday, Thursday.
Okay.
Like maybe I go somewhere with her. Is it my
Sure.
and
Yes.
I'm not sure I can join.
Okay.
How
So
old will she be?
yeah, if I'm trying to change the day for is exactly the day the birthday. So I'm talking about my husband, and he said maybe go dinner somewhere, or maybe buy the cake, or maybe like just with my family. So I'm not sure, but I feel bad for not taking class for when the same thing. I know
It's a
she's
special day for her.
Yes.
Sure, certainly. Marty, are you going to be here next week?
Yeah, I think so, yes.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
for me.
Marty,
I joined.
Marty, how do you spell your name? M-A-R, is it T-I-E or T-I-R?
Yeah.
Write your name and hold it up to the screen.
Okay.
I've seen it two ways. I wasn't sure.
My name is M
M,
A
uh-huh,
R
Uh-huh.
T
Okay.
I
Okay.
R.
T-I-R,
Uh-huh.
M-A-R-T-I-R.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So do people call you Marty or they call you Martyr?
Somebody, the people's Murphy or Marty Borelli. There's no matter.
Okay. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Great. Okay. I'll turn this into Judy then, our attendance for tonight, Carolyn.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. And
Okay.
you know, he's from Salvador.
Yeah, I've got that down.
Okay. And Amalia's from Mexico.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, if we don't see you next week, tell your daughter to have a happy birthday.
Oh,
Okay.
Tell her happy birthday from all of us.
Yes.
thank you so much. I
How
will.
old will she be?
7.
7. Oh, I have a 7-year-old granddaughter.
Yeah, it's 7.
Yeah. Oh, that's fun. That's fun.
Mhm.
Okay. Carolyn,
All right.
if we don't see you Sunday, we'll see you the next time, okay?
Okay.
Right, right.
Okay. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Y'all have a good week. It sounds like we're
Oh.
going to have a beautiful week.
Oh,
A
that'll be
beautiful
good.
week. The temperatures will be good and it'll be sunny. So,
We deserve it.
yes,
That's good.
enjoy your week.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Everybody did a good job.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Mary.
Mhm.